Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to Argsy Farms here on the Oats multiplayer server. We are getting into some harvesting. We've got our big field of oats, the ones just down the road that we're going to get into very soon. Got help on the farm today. Tate is here. Tate has been very busy the last week or so. He's done a lot of work, run a lot of contracts. He's actually harvested out 2 smaller oat fields, and he's here today to give us a hand doing the oats. And how has he been harvesting, you might ask? Well, Argsy Farms has branched out, and we've gone and bought ourselves a harvester. We'll have a look at that in just a little bit, but we've also gone and bought ourselves a Richard Western trailer, and we got it custom painted in massy red as well to go with the rest of the equipment. So that's the plan. We're going to be down the road getting the oats done. We need to bale the straw. We've got quite a lot of straw already in storage from the other 2 fields. Got quite a few crops actually in storage just as bonus that has come off contracts as well, which is really going to help us out. We did have to take on a little bit of debt to be able to afford the combine and afford the trailer, but in the long run I think it is going to be worth it. So looking forward to getting in there and having a run with that. I haven't used it yet, haven't used it in anger, so I'm looking forward to giving it a run. Not sure what I'm going to be doing, whether I'll cart or do that. But either way, we'll be able to actually get the other tractor down here. I think that will run the baler. It's powerful enough to run the baler. Those round balers don't need too much horsepower, so we'll be able to use that and get everything going. So while we're not running a trailer, we'll be able to get some straw baled up. So that's the plan. We'll get everything down there. The other thing we need to do, and we're a little bit behind schedule on, is actually sell the first of our animals. So Mark Haythornthwaite had brought the truck down here for us to use, so we'll just need to find some time to get those run down to the dealership, get them sold, and pick up some new calves at the same time, just to get into that replenishment and regular recycling. The other thing, while I'm thinking about it and while we're just chatting about things, is the lettuces have maxed out the storage. We've got 12,000 litres of lettuce there, and we're going to have to get some of those delivered down to the restaurant or wherever the best sell point is. So we might get into that soon, but we're just waiting for Tate. He's bringing the combine back from doing a contract or working on a contract, so we might as well jump actually in this. We'll run it down towards the field and meet him down there. Alright, here is the man himself, and there is our brand new combine. So we've gone for the Massey Ferguson. We've kept in theme the 7347. It's about a 306 horsepower, I think. Got about a 9,000 litre capacity hopper on the top, and we've paired it with a 30-foot header. Now it's only meant to run a 25-foot header. We've gone a little bit wider, and we're pushing the limits a little bit, and it is getting a little bit starved of power. It's running at pretty much its limit, so we're pushing the boundaries there, but I think the extra width that you're harvesting offsets the slower speed, because so I don't think it's much different than if we had a wider header on it. So that's our new machine, that's our new toy, and I haven't had a chance to run it yet. I was just talking to Tate. It's already got 20 hours on it from contract and field work, so it's put in the distance already, and it's I think just based on that it's already paying for itself. So looking forward to having a run with it and getting it going. Now the other thing we do have is Bushel Plus, which we've got to go and grab from the field. Tate was just doing a contract in, so I'm just going to shoot down and grab that and bring that back up here, and then we should be good to go and get started. Now we've got some rain coming in. That's forecast to start at about 10, so we've got just over 2 hours to get this field done, so fingers crossed that is going to give us enough time. But let's carry on. We'll go down and get this Bushel Plus, get back here and get started on some harvesting. Well, here we go, first run in the new combine. So we'll get this all unfolded. That's the first job. We do have Bushel Plus on the back as well. Power up the combine, that's the first part. Then we should be able to power up the header. There we go. Get that lowered down. Let's go and see what sort of job it's going to do. Turned in there. Make sure we put our straw swath dropping on. Where's that? Must be that one there. There we go. See that change on the back, and we should see the straw swath start to drop down. And I can see now what Tate was complaining about with the speed, 3 miles per hour, and we'll be running 137% engine load. Alright, well this is going to be a little bit slow, a little bit painful, but I think that there's going to be a trade-off between the header width and the horsepower. I mean, 25 to 30, what are we, about a 20% increase in area? Maximum speed should normally be 6 miles per hour, so yeah, we'll see how we go. We've got 41 tonnes an hour going through, and we're getting 3.2 tonnes to the acre, so well, we'll keep an eye on it and see how it goes. So yeah, here we go. This is us in our new combine, Argsy Farms' very own Massey, and running through our first actual harvest in this field. We did harvest it last year as a contract, but this is our first harvest here in this field, so looking forward to getting into it. Tate's going to cart for us, and he'll jump back and forth between the trailer and the baler as he can, and we'll get this done hopefully in the next 2 hours before that rain comes. So I think we'll jump into a little bit of a time lapse here to get the field started, and hopefully find some time when we get into it to put together a bit of a montage. So enjoy, we'll see you soon. Well, there we go. That is the headlands all opened up. I'm going to jump up in here and start on some up and down roads. Now, we didn't install GPS on this one. We've only got the VCA, Vehicle Control add-on. So we're going to give that a little bit of a shot here, but I thought we might as well come up and line up on one of our tram lines, make a little bit of a start there. So let's just try this. I think if we go Control W there, or Control Shift, that would cancel it, and straight away onto a new course. So easy. No worries about A, B lines or anything like that. Just automatically goes in the direction I'm facing. To make things much, much easier. Now, the reason I've come up and started over this point is because we're getting 35% full, we're a third full, and the trailer's over here, so it'll be a little bit easier, hopefully, to get up and turn around and get emptied out when Tate's around. As you can see, he is baling as we go. There's already a few straw bales around, and we've already taken one load back over to the yard for the oats. We're going to get those all dried up by Mark Haythornthwaite as well, so we'll be able to realise a little bit of extra income there. And just keep things moving. It's going well. Shame about the weeds, a bit disappointing, but not much we could do about that apart from manage our farm just a little bit more efficiently. We really did get caught on the hop with those. I do notice as well on the Combine Experience mod down there that the yield does drop when you go through a patch of weeds. So there you go, it's popped up to 3.1, gets up to about 3.2, and if we watch, I think you'll see it'll drop down to about 2.9. when we go through this patch of weeds here. We're going to be a really good example of it. Down to 3, going to go all the way down to 2.9, there you go. Into the weeds, and it drops down quite substantially and quite noticeably as well. There we go. Anyhow, we're up, we're running, we're under VCA. We're going to keep moving, we'll get turned around, Tate will come and unload us, and we'll get moving on the field. An hour 20 or so until that rain that's meant to turn up at 10 o'clock is going to be here. So I know there's a lot in the headlands. I'm hoping like all hope that we're going to get it done. Bovine is actually working very close to us. There is a chance he could have come over and given us a hand if we needed to, but he's also got a contract he wants to get done, so it's catch-22 really. Anyhow, let's carry on, jump into a little bit of a montage, and we'll see you again soon. Well, we've managed to beat the rain. We are down to the last little wedge here in the field, and it's not going to take us too long to get through that, and we'll be done, at least on the harvesting. Still a lot of straw to be picked up, a lot of straw to be baled, so we'll see how we go with that. But I guess once we've got the harvesting finished, we'll be able to swap trailers out onto the tractor, have one running the baler, and then we'll be able to, well, have to figure out how we pick it up. We might actually have to swap tractors over, see if we can figure out a way that we can kind of do two tasks at once. Not too far to haul, so we might even see if the little tractor will haul the trailer when it's full with bales, because it is reasonably close. But we'll just get this knocked out. We'll have a look at how much we've ended up with. It's been pretty good yielding the whole way through. I'm pretty impressed with how it's all gone, so it's been good, but also good to have beaten that rain. It's only about 20 minutes away, and we've only got a couple of minutes left here to finish things off. VCA worked flawlessly, been fantastic, really enjoyed using that, and yeah, everything's just been a breeze here in this field, so it'll be good to get it finished, and then we only have the big yellow canola field over the other side there, which will be ready next month to worry about, and we'll be all done. So might actually have the chance where we can get some winter crops in this year. We've kind of missed that window the last couple of years, so we'll see winter crops, or whether we might try and put some oilseed radish in across winter as well. A few different options, but at least by having got these crops out really early, it's given us some leeway and flexibility to decide what we're going to do. Can we get the last little piece all in one go? Not quite. One plant there on the right. Let's back up and see what we get. Probably like one bushel. Picking it up. Yes, 4057 went up to 4058, so not really worth it, was it? But let's get everything turned off. Tate's come over. Hopefully he's got enough space in the trailer. Yeah, he should do. He's only 68% full. So that should go in there and finish that off nicely. Can't remember how many oats we started out with before we started in this field, so I can't even look at time-saving stock check just to see what we've ended up with, but we can look and see how many oats we've taken off our 3 fields, plus I suspect there's probably some that have come off on a couple of different contracts that Tate might have done over the last wee while. So there we go, 199,000 litres plus the 20 or so thousand he's got to go into there, so that's fantastic. And you can see there we've got a decent amount of wheat, 31,000 litres of wheat and 118,000 litres of sorghum, which has all come from doing contract work. So really, really good to have that sitting in there and be able to make a little bit of extra money on top of the contract income as well. So it's proven to be very lucrative, and I think I said earlier on, this combine it's probably just about paid for itself by being able to get all those contracts done. So we'll head on back down. We will put the header on this, put the header on the trailer, I should say, and look to get this. There is still a contract which we are 3/4 of the way through, which we need to get back down and carry on doing as well. But we'll go get everything tidied up and figure out what we're going to do next. And there we go, all done. Loving the combine. Combine's fantastic. A little underpowered for running that header, which isn't ideal, but it got through the field. We've got through it in about 2 hours as well, so not a hugely time-consuming job. Now we do have to go and pick up the bushel plus, which is just sitting on the ground just there. We'll just move this over by the gates. We know where it is for when we need to come and pick it up. It's a downside, we can't leave that on the back of the combine because of course it uses the hitch, which we've then gone to put the header trailer on. So we'll have to worry about that a little bit later, come back and grab it. But let's leave that there for now. We might just jump into the tractor, carry on doing a little bit of baling and get that all finished off. Well, I don't think I've used this tractor actually for baling yet. I think we've always used the bigger of the 2 Massies, but she seems to be pulling it, no worries. Get this bale here filled up. We've been obviously doing the double stack, which is nice. It makes it easier to come through and pick them up and load them a little bit later on. But there we go, that's looking pretty good. So I think we might just race through, jump into a little bit of a baling time lapse here, and I will try and get this all finished off. Well, probably halfway through the field. At least this is a little bit quicker than the combine was, so we'll see when we're finished. Well, here we go. It has started raining, as you can see, but we've soldiered on and got the rest of the straw all picked up. Hopefully it's not going to lead to any spontaneous combustion or anything like that of the bales, but look at that. We need 11% more. I think there's probably plenty of sections lying around where we can probably go and pick that up. So we might just go for a little bit of a drive around, see what we can find, see if we can get enough to finish off one last bale. Go run down here. I know. Pretty sure there's a decent chunk actually down by the gate somewhere that I didn't quite get picked up, so shouldn't be too hard. That's filled up pretty quick, so we'll get this done, and then the very last thing we're going to do, Mark's actually just brought the truck back over, so we're going to run down, sell our animals, pick up some more, and then we'll be calling it quits for today. So that's been pretty productive. Get the field done, got the straw done, and we're sitting pretty actually. We've got over 8 or 900,000, it might even be over 1 million litres of straw now with a few bales we've made. I'll have to have a look once we've finished and got this one sped out, but I'll just race around, finish off one more bale, and we'll see where we're at. And there we go, there was enough just sitting on the field down here, easy to fill up. Right, get that unloaded, get everything turned off, folded up, lifted up, everything like that, and we'll head on back over to the yard. But actually before we do, let's just take a look at stock check. And there we go, we have cracked the 1 million litre mark, 1,095,000 litres, so that is going to keep us going for quite some time. Hay there, 400,000, silage almost 500,000. So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do with that field, the grass field, because we should be able to get one more mow off that before the end of the year. Probably, I'm thinking actually hay now, looking at the amount of product we have in there. Obviously the hay bales are bigger, so we can make more mix up with those two. And we'll run out of them quicker because they are bigger. We divided we actually had a look at how many bales we have in the store. We'll probably find that we've got quite significantly less significantly less hay bales than silage bales, so we'll have to go and check that out maybe. Anyhow, let's go and get this put away in the shed, and we will go and find the truck and head on down to the animal dealer with a load, get them sold, and bring some fresh ones back. Well, there we go, we've got about 100 silage bales, and looking at the hay, about 50-60 bales, so definitely going to go and get the hay next. Anyhow, there is the truck sitting there ready for us. We've got the trigger back over there, so we're going to go in and load up with animals, get them taken down to the store. They're about a month older than the age I wanted to be when we were selling them. I wanted to sell them last month, but that's alright. We'll make a little bit more money off them with them being that a little bit older. So let's see if we can get this backed up and down by where we want it. So here we are. We have our male bulls. They are 25 months old, so we will move all of those across, 10 of them, and we are also going to move the Holsteins, which are also the 25-month-old. Move them over. There we go, there's the 10 of them done, and that leaves us with our male calves, which are 7 months old Angus there, and our 13-month-old Angus. So by the time we get back, we'll have another load of male Angus calves. We'll get a full load of those, and they will be there to replace what we've just taken out and starting to build up our 6-monthly rotation of cattle. So we'll head on down to the animal dealer, go and get this lot sold. Pulling in here to the animal dealer, head on over to the trigger, and we will go and get our animals sold. I miss Bo leaving the server. I think we've actually been in voice chat for most of the time we've been on here, which has been a lot of fun chatting to the fellas. So let's just do our obligatory hop in and hop back out. And there we go. We can see the animals we have in the trailer there. Our Angus, going to move all of those over. 27,722. Good bit of income from them. And our Holsteins as well, 11,972. So we'll get rid of those. Make a grand profit of about $40,000. Moving back, we are going to go through and replace some Angus calves. Now, I'm on the fence whether to take the full 30 or just get 20. So I'm going to go middle of the ground and go 25, purely because of the capacity of our animal pen. Back at the yard, we've only got capacity for 70, and that doesn't break down into 4 chunks of animals very, very well. So we're just going to run with this, and we'll be able to get some more soon. But there we go, 40,000 and 7.5 grand out, so a profit of $32,500, which is good. Anyhow, let's get on back down, get these unloaded, and we'll be able to pack things up, give Mark his truck back, and make some plans for the next episode. So there we are, backed into the pen, and we'll have a look in here. 25 calves, we'll move those across to the husbandry, and there we go, that's that all done. So if we hop over here, Have a look at our animal screen. You're now going to see we've got, what have we got in there total? 30, 40, 50, 60, 75. So I think actually 90 was the max capacity. So that 75 will leave us space for another 15 for next, which will end up having these ones here at 18 months. These one will be 12, these ones will be 6, and we'll have some at 0. And then obviously the cycle will start from there properly. We'll sell these at 24 and bring some new ones in. So we'll just have to figure out our numbers and figure out what way to do it. But I guess, 90 divided by 4 is, what, about 22? So maybe we need to be buying 22 a time, but we'll balance that out as we go through it. Well, there we go. From what was a nice sunny morning this morning, starting our harvest. We're now stuck here in the typical British rain. It's August, what do you expect? But it was good to get that field harvested, good to get it all baled, and now we just have the canola to worry about, and we can start prepping some of these fields for either a winter crop or a cover crop to be put in over winter. So we'll see what we're going to do, give that some thought, and come up with a solution. So that's us done. As always, hope you've enjoyed that episode. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.